Hello everyone, welcome to Mercury in the 6th house of your chart. The video is good for you if Mercury is placed 6 houses away from your ascendant or indeed from your moon sign. It's also good for a Western chart. Make sure you have sign for a house system. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to sub below and let's begin. Firstly, what is the 6th house in your chart? It's a house of conflicts, competition, litigation, quarrels, all the places in which you meet head on or with your open enemies. It's where you have to force your will to get results. There's a lot of work to be done in the 6th house. It rules the daily chores of everyday life, keeping yourself fit and healthy and free from illness, because this is a house of disease, illness and accidents also. There's a lot of resilience necessary when you have planets in this house, but it also gives you a lot of skill in return. This is also the house of pets and small animals. And who is Mercury? Mercury in the Vedic system is known as Buddha. He is a son of Tara, but she was the wife of Jupiter, and she had an affair with Chandra, the moon. This was, however, described as a rape in actuality, and coming about outside of marriage in this difficult way, he had to use all of his charm and his wit and his beauty to get into the good books of his stepfather, Jupiter. But Jupiter was kind to Mercury and gave him the most incredible knowledge of how to actually make things work in this material realm. Particularly, he gave him rulership over the earth element, including plants and nature. Mercury rules adaptability, travel, business, money dealings, the rational mind, intelligence, learning, dexterity, and memory itself. Mercury has supreme organization skills. He rules language and all communication, both written and spoken. He is a karaka for friends in our chart and also for the sister. So how will Mercury be for you in the 6th house, everyone? Well, first of all, he gets a certain strength here because the 6th house is linked to the sign of Virgo, which is obviously Mercury's own sign and his multicone placement. Furthermore, though, you have to check the sign of Mercury in your chart because Mercury is so adaptable, he can only work through the actual karmas of the sign. So please check out Mercury Karma's all sign video. I will link below here and at the end. So Mercury here gives intelligence, particularly practical and technical intelligence, although it can definitely be academic as well. Main thing is you have an eye for the detail. You see the fine detail, which makes you an excellent problem solver. Mercury here makes you keen to work, keen to get on with things. You're quite a hard worker because you're always thinking through the problems, as I say, and you don't like to sit still for long. You like to get on with any job at hand in your life. This position can actually make you very artistic sometimes, certainly very craft orientated, and this can actually provide profession for you. So you can become a graphic designer, accountant, financer, legal advisor, financial advisor, computer program, lawyer, most definitely. Anybody who is resolving other people's problems in your job, you like to take this on. You're also a very fast learner in your education and you like to have all the details of any subject really listed out. You're very practical, very systematic, and you can be excellent in research. Trouble is we are in a Dustana house. The 6th house is one of the trouble houses, Dustana house, and Mercury is a benefic. Benefics can struggle a little in any Dustana house because they don't have that edge to push through as do malefics. So, depending on sign aspects, Mercury here could become overwhelmed with critical thinking, overthinking, constantly angsting about problems, how to fix things, how to resolve things. You never give your mind a rest. It's quite stressful. So Mercury here to some extent is a definite perfectionist. You're trying to perfect everything, to fix everything, to solve the problems. And for example, if he is Lord of, say, 7th house and he's in this house, this could damage relationships. So you have to remember that you can't perfect your partner, you can't perfect your friends. Whichever house Mercury rules in your chart, you are trying to perfect that area. Nevertheless, generally, Mercury, especially when well placed, is a very sincere placement here. You genuinely want to help. You genuinely want to make things well in the world and to simply serve other people with your technical skill. The sixth house represents health. Mercury, you're thinking. So you could be thinking a lot about health. Now, this could be good. You could be a skilled medical person, especially with support of your 10th house lord. But if afflicted, you could become hypochondriac, constantly worrying about minor health issues and just stressing yourself out. Mercury here can give, if afflicted, a lot of stress in your body. Be careful. There can be skin problems and digestive issues. Both skin and digestion, by the way, are very much linked to a high level of anxiety. So you've got to bring this anxiety down. This worrisome nature needs to be controlled. Now, the sixth house represents open enemies, but Mercury also aspects the 12th house of secret enemies. An afflicted Mercury here can have many competitors, many people to deal with. Once again, increasing stress in your life. Now, because Mercury aspects 12th house, which is about secrecy, you can hide your feelings, hide your thoughts, hide your emotions. You find it hard to express them, especially if Venus is also here with Mercury. Now, the 12th house is, of course, unconscious factors and difficulties in your mind, which is not recognized to begin with. So what can happen, I've seen definitely with malefics, particularly Mars, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, or indeed aspecting anywhere in the chart to Mercury. Mercury can take on obsessive compulsive tendencies like ritualistic behavior, cleaning, checking, counting, all of those OCDs, which are really an attempt to calm down this overactive thinking. Now, when the stress comes high onto the 6th house Mercury, he will seek to go to the 7th house from himself. He will seek to escape into this 12th house. Negatively, this could be addictions like drugs, drink, food addictions, compulsively watching Netflix, anything where you are just escaping from the reality in your life. But the best way to balance this Mercury with this 12th house aspect is to take the positive side of the 12th house. Get yourself involved in philosophy, spiritual pursuits, and particularly meditation. Meditation, quieting the mind in solitude and peace, will be the greatest healer for any problems with this 6th house Mercury. On your screen right now, check out Mercury karmas in all signs. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to sub below. Goodbye for now, and God bless everyone.